All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. We on now. Switch. General West. Wide. Get wide. Ready.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, watch the slant. Get it.
On second down, Samuels. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I don't think you got it, son. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
Usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here we go. 30 base.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your...
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Fair. Smith.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hold on.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we just saw with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Goff now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun. Gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Packers.
Switch up, switch wing. Lucky. Shit.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. 11.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Go.
There's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go, fellas.
Tonight, 180.
Hey, alert 3. Check 3.
2 for 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. 15, line it. 15 line.
Bring it. Bring it. Jim.
5.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Hey, high 7.
On third down, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the twist. Kill. Turn up.
We go. 76. Hard ball. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on third down.
First down, Green Bay.
We go tonight. 180. You must be check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
3 down, 3 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
He's
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's get that ball.
Off play action. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Play action. It's Goff. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Goff. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now it's Gone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The final shot before break. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Switch. Watch the ad. Back.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
5. Check 26. 6. Pull it high. Check 99. Check 99. 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. 20. Hey, keep it up. Shoot.
On first down, it's Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Cut. 20. 50's the mark. 5. Maverick. Watch the Ric Flair. No. Hey, Delta.
Now Goff on first down. Buying time to his left. And he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 4.
Here's Samuels again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Recon, 132 fighter. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Check the backer.
My chance.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down, Lawrence. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. They find some open field here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Set, ready, 30 base.
58, come on. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready, ready.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Drop deep, drop deep. Tight end right.
Hard ball.
Hey, check.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Mike 50. Mike cut.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 83 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ready?
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. On fourth down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Go! Now!
Go 58's the mic. Check.
From the gun, Lawrence. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, Zoo! Hustle!
Here's a second and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Five.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Flush to his right.
You ain't going nowhere.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.